You're just being mean now.
Oh, hold up. Side note here, just to be fair, as a pre-warning, maybe that might be a good thing to find, because how did you get through the ship, mostly?
Fair.
Leah, open the doors.
Throwing it out now. Before
This
you get
isn't
there.
the ship.
Leah used the ring of telekinesis previously to open our doors in the ship. Unfortunately, we never got it back.
So something's blocking the door.
I am going to go take a look.
I don't know if this thing's being slow or if you have my character or not. I don't see it in the.
I think it's just being slow.
And now it pops up.
Nice.
Or you just.
All right, so you probably have like a good 5 minutes left. It's like half your duration of your platform, so you just go up.
Oh, I still have it up?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, just go up.
It hasn't been very, very long yet.
We'll try and figure out how to get through this.
Well, the way down
Unless you
took a long
can
time,
move
didn't it?
levers up.
Did you activate it at the very top, or what? Just when you went through?
At the very top to get down. So I'm gonna
And do
say.
the inertial investigation.
So
yeah,
there
I'm
was
gonna grab another one.
Okay. Fair. All right.
So is this the current map we on with the like bone walls or whatever this?
That is the room where she'd picked up her gem last time, and that is the tablet from Satesh's house. They're currently in one room to the west, but they are about to go. Well, one of them's about to go.
I just wanted to make sure I had the right map open.
Yeah, you're on the right map for now. We don't have one newer than this at the moment. While this is going on and you're beginning your ascension up, Dark.
Do I have time to go make coffee?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, AFK.
Elwyn kind of looks over towards you. It's just you and the robot?
Who else is there?
It's like, he looks back at the crew on the ship. It's like, never mind, they'll just get in the way anyways. Come on. As you're driving, he runs fairly fast. He's able to keep pace with you.
I'm amazed.
As you make your way to the monastery, he kind of like motions for you to like slow down and come to a stop.
Okay.
And he just looks around. Where is everybody? You notice there doesn't seem to be... There's usually at least a couple people that you saw around. But not currently.
I have no idea. Let's look around.
I like you. Do you have a job?
I make things.
Me too.
No.
Want to be friends?
I don't know. What can you make?
Oh, I can make my own friends.
Yep, we're good friends.
Tanya, stranger danger. Come on, girl.
They hook elbows and just start skipping towards the monster. Have you ever
And Tanya
resurrected
was never
anyone
seen again.
until she became a bad guy in campaign 2? No.
Oh no.
So you guys run in and you kind of stealth. Go ahead and roll a stealth check, Tanya. Unless, well, actually, here's a good question: are you bringing your robot? Because your robot's not the quietest thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm bringing the robot.
Right.
I need
So
my
we really don't need stealth. So are you just gonna kind of like drive it in? Or are you just gonna run in? Like, what's your approach on this? Since it's just you and him.
Obviously, I'm driving it. I need my chaperone.
All right. So you're driving in full force. You drive in. Do you like stop and try to open the main door, or do you just drive through it?
No, I'll stop and don't try to open the main door.
Fair. So you drive up, and he's kind of like running just a bit behind you. And then you just watch as Rosie's arm comes up, turns the knob on the door, and kind of pushes it open. And you see inside, you see his three fellow monks that are just kind of hanging out, like looking at you like, what the hell is that?
I'm gonna wave with Rosie.
Elwin pops in. Wrong room! And he pulls you back out and slams the door. Like, we gotta go lower. It's, this way, this way, this way.
Okay, I follow him.
And he kind of leads you to like this stairwell that kind of is like a circular staircase that goes down.
Oh god, this is gonna get bumpy.
You want to go first?
Sure, why not?
Do you roll the ball down or do you walk?
Oh no, we're rolling down.
All right. You just start. You do make it to the first sublevel of this building. It looks like storage room. There's like food stores, water, ale, dry goods, all sorts of different stuff.
Any idea where they went?
Yeah, there's a hatch around here somewhere. Stairs. Over here, over here.
Did they notice the hole in the floor?
That's on the second sublevel.
I'm gonna go with him.
All right. So as you guys are maneuvering down there, Leah, you platform up.
Yep.
Let me get another map. We're not going to need that map. We do need. Do you come up through the hatch?
Yep.
And it's a metal hatch. It just looks wood because I didn't have any other pictures. Oh, you could already see it. There is no mask. Okay. I thought the mask was on for a second. All right. So you can all see that map, right?
Mhm.
All right. Let me show up Leah.
Yep.
And now you gotta face the Rancor.
You kind of like pop up. Like, do you just put your head up, or what are you doing? You described.
Oh,
to me.
I just go full up.
And you
and
glow,
then-
yeah.
Like a glow stick.
All right. So, as you fly up, a few things fly out at you. First one's with advantage. $24.
Hold on.
I think you
I
can
think
shield
that's
out of that gate.
Can
I
you
think that's in
shield if
shield
you don't?
range.
Can you shield if you don't know it's coming?
Oh, I'll leave that at your discretion. Actually, no. I'd say if you didn't, it doesn't prohibit you from doing it technically. So I'll let you play that however you feel.
I'll take the first six. I think I'm off guard right now.
Okay. So that. Let me just make sure I read this building. Nope, just that one. Why is it coded so weird? Oh, do I get an extra die? I do. Alright, so we got that. I actually read his card today. Look at this. You take 12 points of damage reduced to 6 because I roll really. Oh, I didn't put. You take another 10 reduced to 5, so another 5 damage. I didn't put a sharpshooter damage on.
Mhm.
So total of 11. Second shot is a normal shot. You're now where you're getting shot.
That one I will shield.
That's like right on your AC, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so you get hit with the first one, you throw up the shield, the second one bounces off, and the other shot. 31.
That one will hit.
That was just a plain shot. Well, actually, I do. No. I'll save it. Actually, no, it's every round. I'm gonna take that one. Actually, no, is it? No, don't worry about it for now. We'll use it next round. He could redirect if he misses.
Oh, joy.
I know, it's fun, right? However, as a bonus action, I'm gonna do something new.
Hmm?
I'm gonna vanish.
Oh,
Level 14.
yeah.
Okay. Leah, your turn.
So you know how I said that I had magic that I could use to track him with?
You didn't mean in combat?
I didn't mean without my asthma machine.
We only had to worry about that. You know where he is right now. If he were not to be here, it would be very hard to find him without scrying. But you can scry. All right, what are you doing? It's dark. Further up, you're assuming he must be above you from the angle of the shots. But you don't currently see. Actually, roll a perception check to see if you see him. That. Let me just double check his one thing real quick. I know he gets a bonus on this shenanigans. Because you need your dark vision to see him, you can't actually see him without light. He's the worst kind of ranger for you to fight. You want to try something that's not combat? Or just random shenanigans?
Yeah, two could play that game. I'm gonna cast. Where is it?
Really
Hold
one
on.
that's go in this pit and find
Invisibility
a cave.
on myself.
Okay.
And here I thought we bonded.
I can unlock it. Hold on. Alright, so you go invis. You kind of wait and see if you can pick up his next movement.
No, I'm just gonna talk to him.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I have a suspicion to what's going on. If you wanted to talk, you could have just come down yourself.
Roll a persuasion check. I hate you all so much.
Natural 20.
Hold on. Wait, it didn't land. Hold on. I'm totally going to lose, but it's okay. You rolled a 23 and I rolled not a 23. A 23 for you would be a natural 20.
Hey, you have 3 more modifier than I do.
You feel, Leah, a presence all about you as you speak out. But I wanted to say hello. And besides, you have something that belongs to me.
You know, it's not the most courteous to say hello with an arrow to my back, but
Oh, that
give it
wasn't
this
me.
once.
And an arrow just like lands in the floor next to you. But if you insist to hold on to my gem,
Excuse me, your gem?
yes,
When did
I
that
would like for you
happen?
to put it back now, please. Or we could continue. I've come to grow quite fond of your friend here. Almost as fond as he's grown of you.
What are you playing at here? What do you hope to achieve? Besides the gem.
Nothing more than the gem, and for you to depart.
Well then, why keep my things down here?
What things?
Did you not know?
Know what?
Hmm.
The gem? The gem I needed.
Where did you get the gem?
My subordinate picked it up.
Your subordinate. Now that is very interesting.
Yes. He accepted the change of management quite easily. Although, when the prior management died, I suppose that made that very easy to decide.
You know, I have the oddest feeling that your subordinate is particularly afraid of you.
I wouldn't blame him. He would be stupid if he weren't. But I think you have potential. Not as much potential as your friend, but potential nonetheless.
Oh, come now. I'm interesting, aren't I? What did
Not
you do to him, by the way?
Oh. I made him better.
See, now, we might have very differing opinions on what better means. What did you do to him?
He was one thing, and he wanted to be another. And by happenstance, I happened upon him in a moment of need. And I quickly helped him complete the process. I had to use some of my own genetics in the process, but look how healthy he is now.
You know, I would love to take a look at him, but he,
I
is
know
very good at not being seen, if you've not noticed.
He is so good, I can barely see him myself. And I'm looking through his eyes. It is uncanny, I understand completely.
Alright, well... Can we at least have a conversation before I leave?
Yes, you could go put the gem back, and we could talk as much as you would like.
What are you doing with the gem before I put it back?
Looking for a way home.
Then what was with the clones?
Oh, that was kind of a prior project, but I found the research very valuable. And I don't know if you know, but it is very dangerous in the north.
I've been made aware of that, yes.
So it's best not to be alone. And I've been so alone for so long.
You know, if you wanted a friend, then you shouldn't have left.
I don't need a friend. I needed an army.
Now, what would somebody like you need an army for?
Protection.
If all you want to do is go home.
I mean, I might need to find a new one. You can't just easily go to any dimension and find your home like that. Oh, not without help, at least. Perhaps if you were to find a way to locate my home, perhaps the army would be unnecessary.
You know, I know a certain robot who might know where your home is.
You have a robot?
The ship.
Oh. Him.
The one you were so excited to leave.
Yes,
I don't know anyone else who could help you more than him right now.
I have a few ideas. And he just kind of like, actually, he's not there. Never mind. That's gonna mess with Jambo.
Oh, Jambo.
As much as is nice, perhaps you could put the gem back now. I feel I've been very patient.
Forgive me for having questions.
Fish take
You're doing
very
a bit
long
of a
time.
genocide here, which isn't very cool.
So you
What's
see,
that all about?
that mostly was underway before me, but we needed more quicker. And to get more quicker, I needed more. They're just plants.
They don't look like just plants to me.
Oh,
Well, they're far more than plants now. They're part of the story, just like you. Now come. Return the gem. Before I lose my patience, or before he loses his footing, and you see a rock tumble and fall.
You know I can catch him, right?
You could certainly try.
I don't love the implications of that. And here I thought we were on friendly terms.
You will keep delaying. You are up to something.
Oh, you've been in prison for a very long time. I think you could have a little more patience. I am just curious, after all.
Return the gem and you may ask as many questions as you wish.
Are you going to keep doing this? The genocide, if I give the gem back?
No, this phase is quite complete.
Are you going to overthrow this plane if I give the gem back?
Gods, no, that sounds like an awful lot of effort.
Okay, lovely. You know what? I'll be right back. And I go down the hall.
All right. You sink down to the ground.
I
I
was
am
probably
going to
getting ready to run its stalls with the door.
Yeah, I toss the gem to Ari. Can you put this back real quick, please? And I go back up.
You just come in and chuck it in Ari.
Yep.
I love it.
Real quick.
All right,
She fumbles with it a little bit first. And
running back into that direction.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Just a moment. I go back up.
I gotta get 2 maps up. All right, are you put the stone back? What are you doing while she's running?
Did Ari actually ever notice where the stone came from?
You got
I
it.
believe she was quite preoccupied at that time.
It was very you're aware that she got it because it was around the exact same time you got yours. She is unable to use hers.
No, like in here, because I believe Ari was distracted with the large vat at that time.
See, there's a big
in that room,
pedestal
there's
in
only
the middle
one
of the
pedestal,
room
so yeah, you would have seen
with-
that one.
with an indentation for where to put it.
It's got like a little thing for it to set into. It does look very fitting.
Fair enough.
Yes, but it is Ari.
I trust you to
I
figure
leave it
out.
up to you. I leave it up to you. You play it however you want, and I will support you.
Put it in upside down. Do whatever you need to do.
Now, if she has an inkling as to where it came from, she'll head over and begin to set it down.
So you place it back.
She knows what she's doing.
All right, so you pop it down. As you pop it
Mhm.
down, the writing on the tablet once again kind of glows green. And then you see like this flash of green light appear in front of it. Leah, you go back up
Mhm.
Yeah.
and you just see Jason laying on the floor.
Oh,
I rush over him.
You run over and you kind of move him. He's just laying on the ground. He didn't fall or anything. But he's like, Leah. And just kind of like passes out. Ari, through the
Mhm.
portal in front of you walks out a figure.
It's going to be immediately on guard.
He watches the form of Rakshar comes out of the portal that he was locked behind because you took it when he was on the other side.
Love that.
He's in a cloak and hooded, and the bottom of it kind of goes out wide. And he doesn't, when he moves, he doesn't really like seem like he has like a gait. Like he doesn't move up and down. He just kind of moves flat.
Is he toward the top or bottom of this map? Or toward the side? Or...
He's right there by the tablet.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Leo will get a quick thought. I think your friend is here.
Oh, son of a bitch. And I go back down the hole.
Jambo during this
Ari's
time. I just-
clearly in a defensive stance.
The code. All right. You run back to the room.
I saunter back to the room. Sure.
All right, I'd say you're all in the room at this point. So as you come into the room, you see a figure you've never actually seen before. Just like standing there. You had
And
questions.
who exactly are you?
A friend.
You know, friends don't make
Glances
other
around the room
friends
and-
shoot their friends with arrows.
As you say that, all of you kind of relive this memory of you just recently playing throwing daggers between two of your party members.
That is very different. That was consensual.
Friends also don't peer through friends' heads.
Oh, I do that all the time, actually.
What? For a second.
What?
Is that a no? Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway, do you not have
We're
the rest of
talking
my
about this
things?
later.
Talking about what?
He kind of looks over where the book was. No, it doesn't seem that I do.
Where did that asshole put the rest of my things? I know he had them.
Who had them? Actually, you did get your ring back, didn't you? Oh no, you got the necklace back. Never mind.
I got that next part. Yep.
It's like I gave you a jewelry box.
Hold on. While I'm got this going, I want to check something real quick, and I stick my head through the wall where the footprints ended.
You put your head into it.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage do you take when you go into stone? That's still stone, and stay there for? It's 6 seconds.
If I end my movement there, hold on.
So you put your. I'll say it this way: you put your head in, and you don't see an end of the stone.
I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's just like a D8.
Ari, as you're sitting there, you watch as he makes a motion with his hand, and the gem just flies over to his hand. And he just kind of puts it into a pouch in his pocket.
No.
What
I
do you
mean
do?
the.
I take it you're responsible for this?
No, not all of it. Call it inherited wealth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was mostly Elwin.
Yeah.
But I am unfortunately going to need you to return up above the surface.
Not even going to offer us tea or anything.
He looks over at Jambo licking his hand. We don't have tea, but... And you look as he kind of sits there. He looks off towards the other room. Did you mess with any of the vials?
Any of the vials?
No, it did not.
He's talking about the containers with the people in them. And just kind of walks out there.
You mean the clones of us?
And he just keeps walking out to that room. He doesn't even stop to acknowledge you. And he just starts looking about the room.
There were some interesting footsteps
you
here
blocked
that
it
I
with the
noticed,
tree.
but kind of preoccupied. Didn't get to check them out.
He kind of like waves his hand across the room. Whatever it is, it seems to be gone. Strange. Kind of like tries to recount like what this may be. Regardless, I believe you should go. I believe you have got what you came for.
Oh, but you said I could ask
Not died.
questions.
I am busy, but you'd held up your end of the bargain. I will give you each one.
Very generous of you.
But make it quick.
What
Dude, you're so right.
the hell did you do to Jason? Be specific, please.
Well, his genetic
Respectfully.
material was only halfway transformed and he was about to die. So I introduced other genetic material along with some of my own genetics in order to help complete the process. And now he is, whatever you call you people. Drow elf, yes.
You put your genetic material in him. Oh no,
Okay, I'm
I
ready.
shouldn't have asked. Never mind.
Yes.
That's weird though. That's Should we be concerned about the implications of what that may cause?
I wouldn't be worried about any immediate ramifications.
Do you have any like allergies that we should know of?
What's an allergy?
That's a no then, I suppose. Good.
Next question.
That was like 5 questions, by the way. You're a sucker.
And you got no answers. He looks over at you, Ari.
Ari doesn't know what he's actually doing down here. So
You could ask.
That's a
Mhm.
great question.
what is it you're doing down here, anyways?
Ah, I took over an old acquaintance's project. I believe you
Outlands?
referred to him as Trassix?
Oh,
Eltwin was
wasn't
his
he?
subordinate.
Wasn't Traxic, going for the whole world domination thing, killing the
Yes,
gods and all that?
until I killed him.
So, and
Oh,
now
you did
you're
that.
picking that up,
You're welcome.
and now you're picking up his project.
Picking up research in aid of my own project. Oh, I'm so sorry. I always forget. Thea, you know how it is speaking through minds. You think everyone hears everything.
Oh, my goodness.
I was using this research to build defenses for myself in search of my home.
Defenses from?
From once there, any number of reasons, but it's very dangerous here. And I didn't want to be alone, so I had the means to make friends, and I had enough genetic samples.
One would only need defenses for when they go home if their home was either very dangerous or they weren't exactly allowed back home.
See, and that is the very complex thing. I'm not exactly sure how to get home. So, I kind of need them to help secure a home that I find just in case I make the home in a bad spot.
You know, I have a suggestion for a plane you could take over.
Rude.
Yes?
How about we don't support planar domination?
Oh, but that's no fun. Never mind.
Probably for the best.
I would love to hear about the army you're trying to create, though. That is very fascinating.
You already asked your question.
I know, but if you just wanted to give me a little more.
Not particularly. Next question. All right, you each got one left who hasn't gone yet. Up to you. What you want to ask? You can consult as a group and then ask if you want to.
Say I haven't asked. We want
What? I don't count.
No, you get to go too. Adam, you, Jambo gets to go too.
Oh, I want to hear
He's
Jumbo's
technically
question.
here. Only Leah and
Curious
Ari
about the trap.
About the what?
About the trap.
What
we
trap?
asked if he knows anything about this plague.
You have not.
No, we have not. Leah asked about Jason. Ari asked what he was even doing down here.
What trap?
So, you weren't the one who set the trap?
What trap?
The whole barrier thing?
Barrier?
Calling us down here?
I did not call you down here. I was
Look,
not even on
so
this plane
Leah.
until he looks back like 2 minutes ago.
So, if not you, then who?
Well, I believe Leah needed her
spell book back, and it seems may have misinterpreted that I had more of her belongings than I actually do. Because you say he had your belongings. I don't think this would be very possible. When I recaptured him, he did not have much but these 2 items. And some rags. But that's
Can
another
I
story.
scry on a thing?
On like an item, I believe you can.
I believe so.
Double check.
Person, place, or
I
thing.
think- yeah,
Hold on, give me
let's
like
do
5
this.
minutes. I'm gonna do this real quick. You keep talking.
Go for it. How about you, Jambo, while Leah's thinking about it?
Jumbo digs into his pocket and like takes out a last scoop of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What this?
Oh. That is the sap harvested from, and he points to the hanging bodies. It's full of proteins, and they're very good for binding genetic material and
Bro,
stimulating growth.
good. She say bad for eating.
I mean, my children eat it as well. Nothing wrong with it.
Jumbo looks at Ari, betrayed, and licks his hand.
Okay, it could have been really bad to eat.
I mean, if it's good enough for his children, Jambo. At this point, while you guys are having your conversations and coming up with your questions, Dark,
Yes.
you guys find the second level and you find the hole that goes down. You see this giant hole. You're not even sure how deep this thing is. They're down there.
It's a
And
little...
all of a sudden, his demeanor shifts drastically because this is kind of going on at the same time. And he looks immensely tense.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna go get more help. Wait here. And he just books it.
Okay.
So you're just sitting at the top of this thing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try.
Roll an insight check really quick too. I mean, he may come back. You never know.
You know what? I sent my flying cat down there.
All right. How far away from you can your cat go while you can still control it? I don't think very far, right?
Question.
If not, we could use familiar rules if it doesn't state. And then, do you have dark vision? I don't believe you do, right?
I do.
Not that far,
Yes,
you
you
might,
do.
though.
I have dark vision of 60.
You need a whole lot more than 60 to see the bottom of this thing. So you see it's a very deep hole. It does go past your 60 feet of vision. Let's just say for now, for the short term, we'll look it up later. You can send your cat down and tell it what to do. But once it goes beyond 100 feet, actually, you probably just can talk to it and tell it what to do. And then you can't really command it after that. Because it would already be down too far.
It doesn't have a specific distance it can travel.
Well, no, it's not so much the distance; it's the control that you have after it goes out. Because you're not going to be able to see where it's going, and you don't have any way to like see through its eyes and actually like give it mental commands or anything like that. So you just want it to go down. What do you want it to do while it's down there?
Just see if anyone's down there.
Do you want to also send Scout?
Oh shit! Yeah. I can use Scout. Wait, why am I saying I can send Scout? I forgot about that.
You can send Scout.
Yeah, I'll send Scout.
All right, so you and your cat are just kind of looking down with Rosie, and the little ball flies out of your pouch.
And just you see this little light blue light kind of slowly make its way down deep, 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 several hundred feet.
Wow, that's a pretty deep hole.
And you kind of watch, see like some light that he's making as he's going down. After a while, he comes back up and he flies back over to you.
What'd you find, Scout?
He, in nonverbal communication, for some reason you can understand him. You gather it's about 800 feet deep. There's a hatch at the bottom. And there's a bunch of like organic material around the outside of this hole, from what he tells you.
And a big rock on the hatch.
Well, obviously, we need to pour. We gotta throw the dynamite down there.
In the hatch, it was just a sword that was like stabbed through a little lock.
I'm gonna fly down there.
Okay, so you slowly make your way down. Are you being stealth? Well, actually, you don't really have a way to be stealth. You're just going down. Roll a perception check as you start flying down this hole. As you're about 400 feet down, you kind of hear like a chittering sound above you, like a, and then you hear some like something moving along the roots.
Ah, great.
You gather something's watching you. It doesn't seem to be chasing after you, but it is definitely following what you're doing.
Gonna create my little turret.
You step to the turret, it's like on your shoulder while you're just floating down. Is Rosie still up at the top?
Yeah, Rosie's at the top. It's ready to jump down anytime.
Can Rosie talk?
I don't know. You made him.
No. I'd have to double check.
I think it
might
can say
have the
Rosie.
ability.
Yeah, I know it at least says Rosie.
We will let it say at least say Rosie. You just hear from the top of the hole, Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. What are you doing? You got your turret out.
Yeah.
You're still floating, flying down slowly.
Yeah, I'll fly down. I'm gonna open the latch.
Tanya is going to reenact some Starship Troopers here.
I was gonna say
As you make your way down, roll a perception check at disadvantage, and we'll cut back to that when you're coming down. So make your perception disadvantage. Did you guys have more questions yet?
Dora's question is gonna be: does he plan on, staying here with this stuff?
Specify stuff.
This whole operation. Is he gonna be staying down here?
No. I'm planning to leave very soon. Soon, me and my children will move to a new home.
Okay. Children?
Yes, my children.
Who are your children?
And he just kind of like looks about all around.
I told you I didn't want to be alone, so I made children.
So she'll gesture to the things in the walls. Are these your children?
Oh,
Which ones? The dead
The
ones that got
The
sound
ones on
came
the
from?
wall. Yeah.
oh no. That's where we get their food from. Well, not their only source of food, but it's an important part of their growth. They do get quite big after all.
How big?
It's hard to say. The 10 I originally found, fairly sizable, but the newer ones kind of vary. It's actually a very interesting breed.
Okay. Okay. Not a direct question. How many Yetis did we find?
Many, many, many Yetis. Like a good, I think there's like 30 to 50 Yetis.
Okay.
It's not the Yetis, no.
Yeah.
The Yetis are way, way, way more north than this.
This is where you find out that he's not actually like procreating. He's just adopting Yetis and calling them children.
So, what are your children?
Oh, I don't really know what they are. I found them on the ship. They are quite strong. And they can communicate, much like myself.
Are they the cute little dog things with eyeballs on their tails?
Oh no. These ones
Those
are
were
much more
lovely.
adorable. But you see, the issue is I haven't fully adapted their strain, and why I can heavily influence them, I do not have full control over them, so we really should make this quick. Before they wake up.
They're about to come through, aren't they?
No.
Will they wake up?
They are already here.
Where are you planning on going with your
Ah.
children?
Oh, we're gonna go through the portal.
Which portal? This one?
Yes, this one.
I look at Leo worried.
You're not about to feed a group of people to them, are you?
No, that's what we're trying to avoid. You see, they're currently sleeping.
Are you going to be
So
staying
what
on
are
the
you
other
going
side?
to be?
I mean, if it's suitable, yes.
Can I have the gem back then?
No, I need the gem to get to the other side.
But afterwards, when you're through.
I don't think I have a way to do that.
What, is it going to break or something?
No, because I obviously need to bring it with me on the other side in case I need to come back.
Well, then why did you bring it with you when you went in just now?
I
You
just
silly.
learned from this recent occurrence that it's probably not a good idea to leave it here.
Never lock the door when you're on the other side of it and you don't have the key.
I didn't lock it. I left it open. You took the gem and locked me in.
It is technically my gem. But
I
you
will
can
see if I
borrow.
can
You
find
can
another
borrow
focus.
It's not a focus. It's from my father.
No, it's a focus.
It's an antique, and I would appreciate it back. But I will lend it to you out of the kindness of my heart.
It is a fruit shard from the Feywild.
I am aware.
So, 2 more questions, I believe? Oh no, 3 with Jerbo. So Theris
Jerbo
gets
asked his
one.
question.
You guys can ask Adam's question because Adam's not here. What was Jerbo's question? He did ask a question. didn't he? A goop.
What's the sap?
What the
Because he
group
wanted to
was.
eat it.
You led him astray.
She didn't know.
All right. So
Although it still might not be good for kobolds to eat. While Theris comes up with his.
It's
And then
gonna
you
be
guys
a big
have
sap.
I
Adam.
can
So-
ask if you're all ready.
yeah, what's yours?
See if I can word this properly. So, do you know what this plague is that creates and controls these zombies or zombie-like creatures? And if so, how do you destroy it or control it?
As you ask him your question, he kind of looks at you for a good 5 seconds before he starts to talk. I believe if these are the creatures you're referring to, it is a parasite. It comes from
Parasite?
another world similar to the one I come from. Yes,
Do you know
fragments.
cure them?
There was a creature that our ship impacted into. I believe it is a byproduct of its corpse.
So, wait, this plague came from the corpse of a creature you guys just happened to hit and then crash here with?
Well, I was a prisoner on the ship, so it kind of worked out well for me. Not long term, but now things are better. But yes, we struck into a creature and it brought our ship down. The creature died in the process, though. I believe you met some of the interesting creatures that follow it and come from it.
I believe they are called Tyranid.
Like your friend melted a whole group of them, if I do recall.
That's the flood.
The undead that Theris melted.
So, how do you cure it?
Or control it.
Cure it.
I mean, it's a living creature itself. I mean, you could just easily kill them.
Does this have like a kind of hive mind, or are they
You said it
invisible?
came.
No control of any sort.
You said it came from a world like your own. Have you
Well,
ever
not like
encountered something
this.
like it?
Not like that, no. But I know it is from a foreign world like me. Many things from the ship are from many worlds. You see, we were being collected.
Why?
Why? Good question. But I wouldn't worry too much about the undead. They're far to the north. They should not
They're
be in much
definitely
trouble.
something to worry about.
I mean, they should be easy enough to just kill.
They're kind of spreading all over the continent.
They are unable to reproduce. They are parasites. They, well, they produce slowly, but they do not spread like that.
Well, the reality seems to be different.
Well, that would be troublesome indeed. However, I believe that leaves you one more question.
You didn't
While you can think of
answer.
your last
Do
question,
Out
you
of
not
character.
know how?
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Ori.
as far as to cure it,
Yeah, he's asking, how you to either destroy it or control it.
from
he have that?
what he told you, from what he knows, you should be able to just easily kill the zombies, but he's not aware of any cure. He just knows that it's a parasite. It's like an organism. Which is very strange considering the information you already know about it. From everything you've seen and researched, this is magical.
Magical parasite.
But he seems to be telling the truth from what you can pick up. Tanya,
Yes.
as you make your way down to the hatch finally to be able to get in, as you're kind of removing the sword,
Yeah.
you look up and there's like this creature high up. It's hard to make out the shape. It looks sizable, but it's on all fours, like attached to the wall, just kind of staring at you.
How scared am I?
I would say it's fairly scary based on your current position, the fact that you're alone.
Hurry to open up this hatch as fast as I can.
You pull the sword out easily enough, and you guys actually hear in the distance, those of you who are down there, you hear a metal door lift and then slam shut very quickly. So you are now in the main room as you come down.
I
And
can,
you can hear voices off in the distance.
I can still open the hatch again, right?
Yeah, it's not locked anymore.
Okay.
You go over and find everyone else?
Yeah, I'll go find everyone else.
All right, so as you, he's asking you for your last question, you see Tanya kind of, you walk in or you fly over?
Oh, I fly over.
You just see Tanya hover in.
Oh, hello, dear. How did you get down here?
Oh, do I recognize this guy?
No, you've never seen this guy before. He's got a hood on right now, like he's not super exposed to any of them either.
Who's your friend?
As you walk in, he's like,
Oh, that's your question.
No.
So,
he
how'd
just
you guys
lifts it.
how'd you guys get here?
Down the hole.
Oh, is that the latch I came through? Did you know there was something living in that hole?
Wait, what?
Tanya's
Oh,
Tanya's gonna describe what she saw.
you woke the children.
Oh, perhaps we should leave.
That might be best before they wake up.
You're sure you don't have my things down here? That's not the
I-
last question. Never mind. Don't answer that.
I don't. Have a good day. He goes, but if
Wait,
you were to
hold on,
ask
is
one more
there-
question, like, is there another way out of here? Your answer would be yes. And I recommend taking that way.
Hey, I got a question. Where is that other path?
It's like, and he just points over. And he leads you to where that wall was.
I knew it.
And as he goes over, he pulls down a lever and you see a set of stairs go down. You went the wrong way. Wow, wow.
Are you sure this is out? This looks like down.
It's like it goes down a little bit and then it levels out. It goes
Okay.
into the cave system below
Okay.
the caves. Some of you have been there before. I would really recommend probably leaving the area on your expedition. And he kind of sits there because he can just go through your minds because you're there. However,
Well, go ahead.
I might not go straight north on your journey. Best to venture a little further east.
Why's that?
You'll thank me later. Now, please. And he motions to the steps down.
Well,
Did you
it's
guys
been a
hear that
delight
chitter?
to
You hear
see
the
you.
chittering sound coming from the latch, and you hear the latch kind of lift up.
We are going to make haste. Come
Have a
along now,
nice
friends.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you find a good home.
Don't
Not
worry.
here. Definitely
he-
not here.
He yells down the stairs back at you guys. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Don't come back, please. Unless it's to visit.
Okay.
Hey, Nova, if I have
Yeah.
Rosie jump down the hatch, jump down the hole, would she be damaged?
Severely. That's an 800-foot drop.
Alright, am I able to have Rosie go back to the ship?
Yeah. You can have Scout go tell Rosie what to do.
Yeah, I'll have Scout tell Rosie to go back to the ship.
Scout is by far the bossiest of your inventions. Like lead invention.
That's because Scout misses its body. Scout wants its body back.
It's never been the same since he lost Ruby Knight. This is indeed true. All right. So you leave Rikshar with his quest and his gem. You
My gem.
make your way through the cave system.
As we're walking through the cave system, So, Leah, what was that part about reading our minds?
Oh, it was just a joke. Don't worry.
You can read our minds?
No.
What am I thinking?
I mean,
Hey,
if you're thinking
here's
over
how
the
I feel about
connection,
this.
then I can take a guess.
Is
I think Tanya was on the ship for that. I don't think she has connection with us.
No, Tony's with you right now.
Well, when it was cast.
Oh, yeah. Fair. That one.
Yeah, I can more hurt people in their heads, not so much look into them.
As you guys make your way through the tunnel, Jason kind of stops you guys. And is at the front and just is like holding you all up.
What's wrong?
He points down. Footprints.
The same ones as before?
They're not wet anymore, but roughly the same size. And then you guys look forward, you see a flash of blue light coming from further up the tunnel. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw, and I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Lovely.
This is one of those rare instances where the one I rolled was worse than the one that when I got or till I got the prompt.
Hell yes.
Oh man.
It's one of those, someone shouts duck and Theresa's immediate reaction was where?
Yeah, exactly.
Why does it only pop up after I roll?
Maybe it's some weird interaction with two characters.
Maybe.
Ooh. Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot other buddies are here too.
My dice forgot. They thought they were Marius.
Oh man, I forgot we had more questions. I forgot my people are here. Oh well.
I mean,
I'll
I'm
have-
sure they had plenty of questions.
We'll say that they were in the other room when that happened, just for expediency's sake. They do need to make dex saves though. Do you roll one for Jambo too?
Yes.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Jumbo got a 21. Thus far, the third highest that we can see.
Theris is not the only person who rolled in that one.
What are we rolling? Dex?
Dex saves,
Dex
yeah.
save.
Deck save. Yep.
Mhm.
Oliver also rolled in that one. And Caleb rolled in that too.
My dex
Lovely.
Save. Oh, my dex save didn't go through?
You have to click the button. We have a new
Oh, that went better. That was better
Caleb,
than my other roll.
Oliver,
Same thing happened.
Leah, and Theris. You all take
16 points of lightning damage. For Oliver, it's reduced to half because of evasion.
Wait,
think
is it
everyone
a
else is
spell?
cool. It is a spell. Are you
I
resistant?
think I get special stuff if it's a spell.
Double check. It's lightning magic.
New rope
As you
this.
as you are looking forward, there is a human that's like yelling down the hall. We're under attack! Help! And they had loosed the bolt at you.
Does a 16 save?
A 16 does save.
Then I have passed.
All right, so 8 points. Oh no, you're fine. He takes 6. He takes 8. He takes 16. Perfect. Okay. Done. So the lightning bolt shoots down the hallway. Everyone kind of falls to cover. Some of you get hit. And you just hear like this old man yelling at you.
Do we just like see his silhouette in the distance, or do we make out any details?
You saw like a flash. It looked like he had like a long white beard and long white hair when he cast the lightning spell, but you don't really make it out as much now.
Santa Claus.
Star and moon hat, blue robes.
No, just white robe, no hat. And you hear him kind of yell out, Alistair Slade, we're under attack! And he just kind of like sits there.
No, those
And
are
he-
some interesting names.
And he throws a firebolt down the hall, but it goes like wide. Not even like anywhere near any of you.
Yeah,
You'll
sure,
not
I guess
take
they
me
have
alive!
The
Let's go
friendlies!
Arcanecaster! And he rushes at you.
I'll yell out for him to stand down that I am the what's my title? I can't remember.
Oh god.
I yell out what my title is of Gangcaster, blah blah. Let him know we're friends.
Roll a persuasion check, actually. Because while he may not believe you, he might be very desperate for any sign of someone that is not trying to necessarily kill him in his mind. As you yell out, Ferris?
Yes. Who are you?
And you watch as this old man kind of makes his way forward, and you can see at this point now his eyes are like cloudy white. He is blind. It is Sir Astral, but naked.
And I know him.
Sir Astral was the guy who sent the original mission in the pre-campaign. He was like the wizard advisor to the Shining Force, the original ones. Ratman was a member of that.
Right. Do I know him though, or just know?
Oh yeah, he's like a hero in your town. He actually I need anyone who was in the party at the time of the war. So like when we were in the Golden. Actually, I think everyone basically. Jambo doesn't get a roll. I think all of you would have been there. Yeah, so all of you roll a history check.
Do I get advantage?
Not for this because this is a more recent event.
Oh, tower. Whoops.
It's all good.
Yeah, for towers.
From what Leah and Ferris remember, Sir Astral died in the recent war. His body had been used as a catalyst as one of the clones you fought.
Sir Astral. Is that you?
Yes, boy.
You died.
Speaks like Sir Astral.
Now, did we actually see a dead body, or is it just like was presumed?
From what you were told,
he was used to make one of the 5 clones that those 5 fake wizard clones. His body was used to make the Satesh clone. Satesh 2, the evil Satesh.
Dash 2 Electric
Isn't that-
Boogaloo.
Alistair?
No, Alistair is the swordsman who's the king now of Gangcaster. Sir Astra was a wizard who was there a few different times. His body was used to make Satesh 2, and Soren killed him in the Southern War before he was killed by real Satesh.
Wait, then who did I kill?
Which time?
You know, that one guy.
That was the first time they killed Satesh 2. That was original. You killed Satesh 2, and then Eltwin made a new one.
Okay. Same host?
Same soul, different
Okay.
body.
Ari's putting her gaze, and she'll call out, "What are you doing down here?"
I don't know where I am.
Yo,
I just I woke up and I couldn't breathe and I was wet and I broke some glass and
he was probably one of the
I'll go check on him, make sure he's
Mhm.
okay. Find some.
I mean,
do we
check
have any
him. Other
kind
than
of
the fact he's
clothing or
blind.
anything? If I have a cloak,
No,
I'll
he's-
grab him in it.
oh yeah, you guys together will say you have enough to kind of like get him some basic clothing.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know if Ari has suitable clothing for it.
we know. It's okay.
together, we know. But yeah, I mean, he looks like not very well nourished. He's kind of thin, but other than that, like he looks in decent health for an older man.
We need to leave. And I started to help him escort him out.
You guys kind of guide him out as you leave. You eventually come out probably like 1,000, maybe 1,200 feet down a cliffside. There's like a path you can make your way up. It takes you maybe like an hour or 2 hours or so to hike your way up through the path, but you're able to find your way out and back up to the monastery. At this point, you look. There's crew members that are kind of looking around for you guys. They're over there. You just watch as we'll say Kurt kind of walks over to you. Or not Kurt. What's the other do I not have this thing here? We'll just say Dahl walks over. Makes it easier. Oh, it's Thorn. Dahl and Thorn. Oh, they're over here. And you left an old man in the hole?
We found an old man in the hole.
We came all this way for an old man?
Consider it a bonus
And I
find.
got my book.
What did you say there?
I said consider it a bonus find. As well, if this is authentic, this person isn't authentically who I think it is, you need to be respectful in the presence of a hero.
Here's squeaky toy.
I know, I love it too.
Oh yeah, you can hear my pupper going crazy over here.
He's my spirit animal right now.
Mhm.
Yes, he's like Jambo. He is our Jambo. There you go.
Mhm.
I kind of what are we staying? Are we going?
We're leaving.
I think that about wraps up
It's not
business
time
here.
to leave now.
As you so you guys are getting ready to go.
I do want
We
to try
should
and scry my
probably wait
items.
a little.
So what did you say, Eric?
Said we should probably wait a little longer.
Right, well, Pear, are we leaving today? Do we need to be ready to go in a hurry? You look a little pale. He kind of like collectively look at you guys.
No, don't need to leave in any overt hurry.
Should we
Alright.
tell
Sorry, you may want to let
anyone
your
about the new threat to the Feywild?
probably.
Who do we tell about that?
Well, we could start with Allie.
You know what? That is a good start.
hmm Also, Sora, you may want to instruct your proteges to maybe avoid the holes in the floor.
Yeah, I'm,
That's
oh,
needed.
is there an easy way to get rid of this stuff?
Which stuff?
The flowers.
I mean, you could kind of mow them down easily enough.
Well, okay. Harder question. Everything that's below my monastery.
If you would like to try to remove it, you certainly can. From what you know, though, you gather from all the collective information you have, that tunnel down is probably where the children sleep.
He took his children with him.
No. That whole tunnel is where they all slept. All the children are here. He grew them here to take with him there. He went
But they're-
there to go get Newen's people to make more. So Tanya saw one of them. That whole tunnel you went down is full of them. They were
Did we
just all
see any of
asleep.
them?
Only
Oh.
Tanya.
So we're saying it was a good thing I didn't just use a fireball to open up that latch.
Potentially.
Mhm.
The entire party made it down without disturbing him. It wasn't that hard to do. All right, so as you guys kind of go back on and you bring him on the ship, a few people do recognize him and kind of pat him on the back. He is a more well-known person from Gangcaster, and as he's kind of going by, and he's going by like everyone, even if he's kind of seen you before. And he walks up and he's like, "There's, are your friends here? It's been some time." He was also at the Delve too. He was part of whose team was that? Hold on. I have that in my OneNote. He was on the Paladin team in the Delve.
Is it Ari? Was Ari there? He'd probably be the only one that.
Yeah.
That's the only original.
For you, well, he saw you. He didn't see you during the war. You guys went to the Golden Perch and that area, and he was in the south. So he was in a different kind of area. So yeah, probably the last time you physically saw him was at the Delve. So yeah, the two of you would recognize him.
That's the only original person.
Well,
Me and Ari.
yeah, it's not even necessarily original. Leah would have probably seen him maybe one time, and Sora maybe one time too, and Tanya, just as part of like the main like war strategy.
Several of us are here, but not all. Some are elsewhere. Some are no longer around.
And he kind of walks. He's like feeling the Dragonborn. He's like, "What the hell is that? What are you?" He's like poking him in the face.
He's a new member. Come from
Oh.
from a ways off.
And he kind of goes, "Oh!" And he finds Caleb. He's like, "Big fella!" He just like punches him in the chest. You remind me of Ajax. Oh, Deft, good to see you. And kind of pats Oliver on the hand. Wrong person, old man.
No. Not quite.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Where's Deft?
God, we'd love to know.
Location unknown at the moment.
It's a long story.
Well, I'd offer to help, but he kind of motions to his eyes. My
That's
practice
all right.
may be a bit harder to. This is going to be interesting, to say the least.
Let's get you some more proper clothing and some food.
All right, so you guys get him in. Get him fed. Are you staying here another night?
Yeah, we'll probably stay here tonight.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say to the others, I'm gonna go for a walk.
Walking
you
anywhere
want-
specific?
Anyone to come with, or
No, do I get to go? If I don't get to go,
Apparently
then
not
it's
even
not that
deemed.
fun. Nothing happens if I don't go.
I just, have a lot of emotions going on right now.
oh yeah, of course.
She's gonna pay a visit to the obelisk.
All right. So you make your way to the obelisk. I'm currently alone. There's no one else here. What do you want to do?
Deep in thought, she's going to sit up against it, rubbing her right palm.
Kind of put your palm in there and just
And
hold
if you
it.
were wondering,
Uh-huh.
it's still going on.
Are we on puppy camp? Oh no, we know. We know.
It has not stopped.
He literally reminds me of how excited Jambo is. That is my first thought.
Jimbo wants a
And
squeaky
he's
toy.
like directly under my feet.
We just, well, you didn't
Of
get a
course.
squeaky toy. Misfit got a toy though on Tuesday.
It doesn't squeak, so it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah. He's not obligated to play with it under someone's feet yet.
You know, a
Misfit is
goblin,
also
would,
not level
Squeak.
14.
a goblin would squeak.
That's a squealy
For a little
toy.
while.
Guess I was trying out on Tuesday.
Aren't all goblin squeaky toys?
That's what I'm saying.
So, Ari, as you put your hand on it, it feels warm and comforting. But so far, that's about it.
I don't suppose you know where Deft is? Resting her head up against it.
Roll a d100.
That looked like the wrong direction.
As you put your hand on it, you just kind of like talk to the stone a little bit. Boom, boom. Boom. You almost feel like a pulse, like a heartbeat from the stone. Feels more familiar. And for a brief moment, you feel Death's presence. If but fleeting, but there. You get no response, but you can feel his presence in this stone.
Are you in there?
Ari, I've
stone-
been trapped in this rock for 3 years.
This whole time.
No one ever
Ari.
checked to be here.
No one ever checked.
I was here this whole time.
I'm so thirsty.
How
You
did you
guys
get in there?
forgot the librarian again.
We did.
Oh,
Well, to be fair, we kind of took a different way out of there.
it's true. I blame Tanya. As you're sitting there, you watch on the ground behind you, like this small little flame begins to dance in a circle.
She'll watch the flame.
It just kind of like spins in little circles for a bit, and then it just kind of holds still and it kind of flickers with the wind.
I missed you so much. I'm still looking.
and it kind of like flickers and like burns a little brighter.
I will find you. I just need to figure out how.
You just get a warm sensation, and then the flame just kind of flickers out in the wind.
She'll sit there in quiet contemplation for the next while.
All right. So you spend some time collecting your thoughts there. Anything else anyone wants to do for this evening, day? We probably, by the time you get out of the tunnels, it's probably like 5 p.m. So you have kind of that period until you rest.
I would love to scry on my asthma machine, please.
Can you just scry on an object?
I don't know.
You were supposed to look this up.
It was okay. It's vague. It's people or locations.
If it only says people or locations, you might not be able to do items. I think having an item helps you. Like if you have my ring and you're looking for me, that gives you a bonus to your roll. But I don't think you can. You? I think it has to be a place.
What are you trying to do?
Scrying on items? I think it's just people. Is it just people and places? Do you have your crystal ball with you?
I
Yeah,
don't need it to
it
scry.
is.
But it might help. Get a hint, Dev. Jeez.
Well, do I? That's I don't know if that's up to me.
Roll an Arcana check. Let's just call it this way.
I would love to. Gladly. It's still a 19.
You're like, damn it, it says I can't find an item. Shit. Unless you want to find a squeaky toy. And I will steal that puppy, because he's adorable. Alright, so...
Can I, just out of frustration, start making up a spell that can find objects, like scrying?
Well, there's locate object.
That's only within a certain range.
Out of your frustration, roll a D100. But be warned, if you proceed with this route, if it goes poorly, bad things may happen.
What do you mean? Bad things always happen. Oh!
Good roll.
I will say, you spend probably the remainder of your evening just like trying to figure this out. Just like you are so like you thought you were gonna come down here, just get your stuff. Everything was gonna be right as rain. You didn't have to like return any of Banor's stuff for a while because you weren't gonna see him, and you can definitely like threaten Jambo so that Jambo doesn't tell him. Unfortunately. And then it hits you. And you just like rush and you're like trying to pull things and like looking for materials on the ship. And you go to scry. You see a chest. Sitting in a room.
Mm.
You gather your apparatuses in this chest.
Okay. It's a start.
Because you don't get to really see much. You get like a glimpse of like your thing and where it is. But it doesn't really tell you specifically. Although I'll say you're a pretty talented caster. You would see What do you specifically see on this one? I'd say you see, it looks like city streets. Looks like probably like it's somewhere in Gancaster. Probably like in the northeastern region, so either central, north, or actually probably be central or eastern. So either Tyros or the Eastern Kingdom.
By the grain on this wood, I can narrow it down to this specific forest in Catcaster.
Kind of, actually, yeah. It's literally part of the construction that gives it away.
Okay, that's a start. Better than
But
nothing.
it is definitely not here. And
Better
it's
than
also
nothing.
not on someone. Also slightly makes you feel better.
I don't know whether to be relieved or
Place
offended that it's not
fortunate.
being used right now.
Anyone else have anything they want to do tonight? Night, Dark.
Good
Have a
night.
nice night, guys.
Not dark.
Puppy squeaks good night.
Morse code.
And he has brought every toy he has from the living room into my room.
He sounds like my baby.
He's sharing with you.
Yeah, he.
I got in trouble because my kid he has got a playroom, and so he'll go and he's got like blocks and he's got like these different containers of toys. And he guilt trips me into like getting a lot of them for him, and then I get in trouble for taking them all down. Like, why are all the toys down? He asked for
I don't
it.
know.
He wanted the blocks. He took that other one down himself.
Well, he used the blocks to get the other one. It was all a ruse.
It is true. It is true. What about you, Sora?
He knew if he
Considering
got blocks, he would get them.
this is kind of your new homish area. Anything you want to deal with this evening?
The fact that there's, I'm gonna get that whole
Repaired?
yes.
Yep, figured that was probably one. It's a very uneasy repair job. Is like you can see that big hole from that hole.
Yep.
And they work very, very quickly.
And we might want to reinforce this floor.
Like maybe we should just not use this floor.
Yeah. Yeah. And remove anything from there that's important.
There was not much on the second sub level. Most of the food and stuff was on the first sub level. Anyone else got anything they want to do?
But I can give it a
Hey, I
moment.
just walk around town.
All right, then we get to watches. So, we have a lot of people because we have NPCs and crew, and we're in the middle of a town that has people, and they have their own group of people here. So, it's relatively monitored, but would anyone like to keep watch?
Nah.
Nobody?
I'll take a watch.
Ben will keep watch.
First watch or second watch for people?
Second for Ben.
Okay. Leah?
I can do first.
All right, Leah, roll a perception check for your first watch. You just kind of sit there and like think over the events of the day. Pretty uneventful. You don't see any crazy things trying to kill or eat people. Fairly uneventful. You kind of think on your scrying spell and like try to figure out like how you can figure out where your stuff is. Maybe I should talk to Eltwin more. He's got to know something.
I want to see if he has any more of those puppets. They were delightful.
You
I
never know. You may
successfully
have.
killed one of them.
Ferris, roll a perception check for Ben.
Is there any hearing or sight base?
Sight would be involved, at least, for sure. Hearing may or may not be irrelevant. Yep, that's a natural 20.
Very nice.
Ben kind of keeps an eye out and just makes sure nothing's too crazy. And like before you begin to kind of awaken, he watches as it begins to snow. You guys kind of wake up in the morning and you are all extremely cold.
Extremely what?
Cold.
Wait. Can I go where everyone else is probably going in this
You go
town?
above deck?
Yeah.
Or do you sleep at the monastery or do you sleep
Oh.
above the ship?
I slept in the monastery.
You walk outside and everything is covered in snow and it is cold.
Yep. I'm gonna go head straight to the obelisk.
You start running over to the obelisk and you do not see it.
God damn it, Ari.
You make your way over and it is toppled and crumbled. And seemingly the 10-mile radius that it warmed and protected is no more.
Uh-huh.
I don't think turning it on and off again is going to help with this one, unfortunately.
Does anyone have glue? We need a lot of glue.
We can fix it.
I'm assuming there's a lot of panic
50-50
going on.
that already spent the night there. But
Oddly enough, there's been enough of this populace that has been extremely paranoid about the immediate shift in the weather since this obelisk was built. There's like a bunch of doomsday preppers in this town.
Yeah.
Like have been stocking up. Like, no, it's gonna come back. We've been here years and years. It's gonna come back. We gotta use all this food and like store it up. So there is a bit of panic, but like these people are like jumping into action. Like there's people like, I told you I wasn't crazy. The rest of you kind of wake up as well, and everyone just sees snow. Like, what do you guys do?
I want to take a good look at it to maybe understand why it might have failed.
The obelisk?
Yeah.
Okay. Make it an obelisk. Roll an investigation check.
Harry will also be inspecting it, though I imagine not to the same extent.
You definitely didn't roll in that one, don't worry.
This obelisk looks like obelisk. Fascinating.
You look at it, Leah.
That's not good.
Not a clue, and then you trip over a rock and fall.
No, you got
I'll also give you an investigation here.
Oh my god, you rolled higher than Leah.
Oh, I'm pretty proud of that. She set a really high bar there.
Oddly enough, Leah with her modifiers still was only 3 less than you with her nat 1. And you rolled a 14.
You have a really high modifier.
In a lot of things that are intelligence.
I'm a
checks.
wizard.
Mhm.
What can I say? Good at what I
You
do.
you kind of run over to it, just of spending a good chunk of time here yesterday and feeling that bond. That presence that was so strong is completely absent at this moment. Like this, what remains of this obelisk is completely void of whatever you felt and whatever power powered this obelisk.
Ari kind of falls to her knees and puts both hands onto it.
At this
Just
point,
kind
anyone
of
who
shaking your head and cheered up.
I would say anyone who traveled there with you guys in general see Ari kind of like cradling the stone and talking to Deft and
What happened?
I thought I felt Deft in here.
at this point.
Uh,
Go ahead.
It's it's empty now.
As this is going on, more of the kind of ship shows up, trying to figure out like, oh wow. Oliver shows up, Doll shows up, just Allie shows up eventually too. Everyone's just kind of like taking this all in. Um, they all kind of walk over to you, and Oliver kind of looks over at you, Ari, and it's like, "Is everything okay?"
I mean, yeah,
Do you guys know
it
what
should be
happened?
fine. Nope.
It looks like it fell over.
It is impossible.
Well, clearly not.
These are indestructible. We have one in our home.
Oh,
Guess it's not as indestructible as we thought.
you might.
He just kind of like looks over at Caleb, just like with a little bit of dread, like, that's not good.
You should definitely have a healthy amount of concern about this.
This is troubling for our mission as well. This obelisk suppressed a lot of the brunt of the Winter Queen's storm, we believe. Without this in place, it will just get worse quicker. And this village is defenseless.
Should we evacuate?
Do I have any idea what could
Well-
have caused this?
Roll an Arcana check. This is probably fitting. If anyone would have a role that would understand this, it might be you. Actually, fairly decent. So, Theris, as you walk up to this and you kind of inspect it and you lay hands on it, let me whisper you.
You doing Discord?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Ha ha ha. You stream snipers.
Yup. She laughs
I'm
because she knows
innocent.
who's being talked to.
Until proven guilty.
I just kind of step aside with Sora. You know, should we be concerned that she's getting attached to the rocks?
Probably. Yes.
That's not healthy, right? That's
No. Have you met Deft?
at the Golden Perch, the once. I hit
Oh,
him in the face
right.
with a beam, and then the cat hit me
Yes,
back.
yes.
That was not enjoyable.
So,
Cat has a name.
I don't respect him enough to
Perfection.
call him by his name.
Fair.
Anyway. Do you know
So-
any good therapists, maybe?
We need a party therapist.
well, I don't know what their relationship was. It kind of felt like she was following him around like a lost puppy.
It really does.
That's not healthy.
She'll see like a pink flower that like reminds her of him, and she'll just start crying. I've seen her do it. It's very sad. Maybe we should just introduce her to someone else? I don't know.
Well, whatever did this, we should be very concerned about because I don't think the Winter Queen even has the power to do this.
Did someone break it, or did it just fail? I'm not entirely sure.
Well, it was together, went to bed.
Did Ari say last night that she was going to the obelisk on her walk, or just that she was taking a walk?
She just said that she was taking a walk, though
Okay.
she was also probably gone for like several hours, so she probably like even took a nap there.
Sora,
Yeah?
your immediate next thought goes to your tree.
Yep.
You run to go check it.
Yeah?
It's within the courtyard of your monastery. As you open it up, the central courtyard of this monastery is unaffected by the weather shift. Whatever is in this seed and tree that you planted seems to be quite strong.
This is where we dig up the ground and find a root,
There's
follow
a
it
heating
back all the
underneath
way
it.
to the monastery.
It's central heating, and this is
There
where
can only be one.
We found the girl.
Sora's immediate thought is, well, I hope the radius grows for the town once it gets bigger. But also, thank God.
All right. So, do you want to investigate further, or what do you wish to do? Do you depart and begin the journey? Ship's provisioned. You got all your gear. It's up to you guys where you go next.
Ben, see any?
We don't have someone to lead us.
Ben? All Ben noticed is that it started to snow. So you have a pretty good approximation of probably about the time it went down. But nothing specific that he saw now.
Okay.
So, how cold is it actually? Enough to
Fucking
snow.
cold. Like this is Arctic, not like Arctic North, but pretty darn close.
How have our pendants held up? Or are they no longer working either?
If you are attuned to your pendant, you are warm. If you're not attuned to your
Oh, right,
pendant,
that requires an attunement spell.
they do, unfortunately. Actually, no, I think I rolled that they didn't, to be fair. Yeah, no, we rolled that they didn't. So they immediately kicked in, kind of, if you were wearing it at the time. If you weren't wearing it, you probably put it on pretty quickly in the morning.
I didn't. I didn't wear mine immediately, but I'm gonna go get it now.
Yeah. The whole crew, like everyone on the crew is wearing theirs right now too. Like, these things are awesome. Like, where did you get these from? Oh, we make them. and kind of like get breakfast up, get coffee going around, get everyone nice and toasty. At this point, Allie kind of comes out like, if everyone in the party could join me inside, please, that would be great.
Okay.
She invites basically all the people from the council, not like crew. So just you guys, the Dragonborn, all of the NPCs.
Yep.
And she kind of like sits down and she pulls out this book. It's like, we've been doing some research and look what we found. And she pulls out and it looks like a map. And then there's some other like text documents.
Oh.
It's like, according to these,
Ari taking a nap.
the Winter Queen died a long time ago. And she has a crypt. It's not far from here, maybe a day or two.
What do you mean she died?
I don't think the Winter Queen is the actual Winter Queen. I think it's someone else.
Isn't the Queen of Queen just a title?
It could be, I don't know. But it's something.
You don't think they'll be a bit upset if we invade the crypt of their queen?
It's not even in their territory, though. That's the funny part.
It's worth a shot.
It's like way to the east. And Leah, in the back of your head, you just hear, "You're welcome." And that's where we're on for tonight.
Pardon?
Remember what he told you?
Didn't he say don't go to the east?
No, he said, I would avoid going so far north, I might veer to the east a little bit.
Oh.
But that is a problem for next week.
Yes.
Good game.
I imagine while we were on the, or once we got back to the airship, Ari was probably looking at her right hand, rubbing the palm of it a bit more frequently.
Okay, yeah, no, we need to actually talk with Ari.
Did she get warmer? Maybe she absorbed it?
That's a problem for next week.
Thanks for watching, folks.
Yes, so happy night, everybody.
Have a good night.